Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Binding of Isaac Repentance. This should be episode 4 on save file number 3. And if you enjoy what you see here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out. And for this episode, I'm thinking of playing Bethany. She's by far one of my favorite characters in the game because of how unique her gameplay loop is. Now, she isn't my favorite, but she is one of. She's got a very fun, unique gameplay loop, and I think it really makes her feel like an interesting, non-super gimmicky character, right? There are some characters that I feel like lack that sense of self that make them not really fun to play, but she is. We're going to hop into the game, and I'll explain, as we play Bethany, some of her abilities, traits, and how she works, because it's hard to explain it without seeing it for yourself. Now, this will be run number 4. As you can see by the win streak there, I haven't lost a run yet, knock on wood. And this would mean Mom's Heart fight. If we make it there, to be number 3 of fighting Mom's Heart, because the first run you only go to Mom's Foot. So let's hop into this this game. Hop into the run is what I meant to say. Again, promise English is my first language, but I struggle with it sometimes. Alright, now, what makes her so unique is she starts off with this item called the Book of Virtues. Very fun, very broken item. In its base form, every time you use it, you spawn a wisp. Now, Bethany as a character cannot collect soul hearts. As you can see by this little counter here, up in the corner, soul hearts and black hearts get added to this counter. And instead of being able to use them for soul heart protection like you normally would, you instead only get to use them for your active items. So what makes her a fun broken character is that even items that would typically have a one-off use for a floor can have multiple uses thanks to the soul heart charges. But it makes it so it's much harder for her to get Angel Devil deals. Now, every time you use it, it spawns a wisp, and that wisp can be based on the active item you have. Now, you may be wondering, well, how can you still get wisps based on active items if her Book of Virtues is is her active item? Well, that's where, again, another unique factor of not only this character, but this item comes in. The Book of Virtues is technically a passive item. And you may be wondering, well, it's in your active item slot, how is it a passive? And that is because if you get another active item with it, the Book of Virtues holds the active item. It opens up and the active item sits inside the Book of Virtues. So every active item you get becomes a part of the Book of Virtues, and you can still only hold one active at a time with it, but it gets a benefit, not only the benefits of the active item itself, but of the Book of Virtues. So it's a win-win. How dare you insult me to my face like this, game? But no, I actually got a really good starting item, so I don't mind having Cursive Tower being that in there. But yeah, so her main form of defense is the wisps. Now, I don't have other forms of defense unlocked for her, which would be Bone Hearts mainly. Bone Hearts are hugely benefit from, are a huge benefit for her, right? Where they're still active soul heart protection while being basically temporary red heart containers. So, and the only way you get that is by unlocking one of the secret characters, which you can only do after unlocking the chest and dark room. I believe it's the dark room you specifically need for this character, but yeah, you need to unlock those before you can actually unlock the Bone Hearts that would benefit Bethany. While soul hearts aren't necessarily super important right now in the run, the fact that they can act as a charge for your active items is what makes them super important, even still, or, you know, still as Bethany. Because of basically being able to get the extra protection that those wisps provide, or being able to use an item that you may not necessarily be able to more than once per floor is also super important. Now, Haunt is one of those bosses that is a tough to get down boss. Like, once you learn his pattern, he becomes a lot easier, but he's super hard to, like, get consistent hits on, so you have to be, like, super good at, like, hitting him from an angle, because if you stand in front of him, he has a high chance of launching his Brimstone attack, which basically gives you a few seconds where it's like you have to focus on dodging rather than attacking him. So it's best to hit him from the sides. Yeah, and even those attacks can be tough to dodge if you're unlucky. Again, not the worst boss. Definitely one of the hardest first floor bosses you can get, though. Especially since he starts off with the little Haunt enemies that will follow your movements exactly. I do benefit from bombs right now, so taking the matchstick makes most sense. And I want to grab this half heart because, again, health is going to be the hardest part of playing this character. Mr. Mega has appeared in the basement. I presume using so many bombs you get Mr. Mega. It's not great to... I think she starts off though with a 100% angel chance on her first angel / devil deal, which I guess it makes more sense then to like touch the red chest, just be on the safe side. Golden horseshoe, chance to give every item room 2 items you could pick from. I think it's like a 15% chance for item rooms to have 2 items. Again, not fantastic, but not bad by a long shot. With 25 cents, it's still not really worth it necessarily in here, but I will buy this only because it means I can use my Book of Virtues multiple times to get a good amount of wisps for the next floor. And then I want to put in all but 5 cents again. Nice. But yeah, I'll hold on to the matchstick because bomb seems to be like the thing I'm suffering the most from not having. And let's move on. Now I could use my soul hearts to get more wisps, and it probably would be smart to protect myself for this floor, but I'm trying to hold on to it until I get like a better active item to put in the Book of Virtues. Again, that's kind of where this item starts to really shine, is the unique wisps each active item gives it. Some better than others. 5 bombs is great. I don't like the I always end up hurting myself with that item. The 5 bombs are nice, but again, I just rather not run that risk. I will and actually blow this up just because even if it doesn't give me the bomb back, it's still nice getting that chest. The other thing about wisps are they are spectral, so they will go over the rocks, and because they go over the rocks, even though they only deal like 3.5 damage, that 3.5 damage can stack up over time with enough of them. And it's the one thing about this character though, it's like every time you see a soul heart you get so excited for a second, and then you're instantly reminded, oh yeah, no, that doesn't go directly to me. That instead goes into the soul heart pile. Which, while not the end of the world, can make the character a bit more frustrating. I will... Yeah, I'll use like 4 of my hearts just to get a extra wisp out of this. Now, usually I'd explore the rest of the floor first, but it's much safer to fight the boss while I have, you know, 4 wisps like I do now. Because it means my angel chance is still kind of guaranteed. Or as guaranteed as it can get. Alright. Alright. Not a bad start. Could be a lot worse. Yeah, let's go explore the rest of the floor first. See if we can find anything of value. And I might end up actually taking the rocket in a jar item because I could use the bombs. That's kind of like where I'm at. It's like I need the bombs more than I need to guarantee my safety. I don't have any extra health on the floor, so it's not safe to play the Demon Beggar. I will follow this one all the way around just because it's easier to like see where it's at if I follow it, and I can back out really quickly. Yeah, let me go grab the rocket-propelled bombs. Risky item to take, because if you're moving in any direction when placing a bomb, it becomes a rocket, and it'll blow up as soon as it comes in contact with something. And the rocket goes in whatever direction you're traveling in. So you gotta make sure you're standing still when placing a bomb. And, you know, otherwise, chance for you to go boom. Damn, 1 cent short. Can I get the penny from you? Yes, I can. Nice. Having the compass is a huge plus right now. Being able to know exactly where the boss room, treasure room, and shop is on every floor. Now, if I had a map, I would have technically full mapping, which would be nice, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, this should give me a full charge on my Book of Virtues, which give me 1 extra fire. The other thing is the Book of Virtue gives you increased angel chance over Devil Deal, which again, fantastic to have. Since I tend to like angel rooms. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, that's 2 out of 3 of these star sign items, or oh, I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. Astrology. 2 out of 3 of these astrology items. Alright, there's a chance the secret room could be above this, so I'll just want to make sure I'm standing still first and drop a bomb. It is not. Surprisingly, it is not. Oh, it can't be. I didn't even consider like that room. The fact that there's a spike blocking off that side of the room means it is impossible for it to be there. Which means there is the likelihood of it being here, though. Again, not super high, but I just might as well check, right? No, really. I'm more surprised it's not there. Only considering the layout of the room that was attached to it, right? Would have indicated it had a potential to be there. Now, downside is I'm not being able to play to her strengths because I'm not getting any active items from my item rooms. This is not the end of the world. This is one of those characters like really shines later in the game, like later after you've unlocked more, because a lot of the unlocks tend to be, not only are there a lot of passives, but there are a lot of active items as well, meaning she really benefits from a lot of those unlocks. Would love there's options, but not super high that I'm gonna get the money for it. If I held on to my money for the past couple of floors, I probably could have gotten it, but it's not the end of the world. And I'm going to use that twice, just to, again, give myself more. And I'm going to fight the boss first, because especially since like one of these bosses, there's not a high chance that I'll not take damage in it, but if I can guarantee I have the most amount of wisps going into it, I can deal pretty large, consistent damage to the boss, which will allow me to survive much longer, right, without taking damage. Angel deals are not what I want to see, but I'm pretty sure one of the Book of Virtues effects is even if you take devil deals, you can still get a chance to get angel deals. But it doesn't hurt to look if there's an item worth taking, which there's not. I'll hold on to Wiggle Worm. Like, it's a bit harder to aim your tiers, but the increased tier rate is more than worth it. Like, I was enjoying the increased bomb drops from Matchstick, but it's not the end of the world either way. Like, not taking it with me, it won't cause the run to come to a and it won't crash and burn because I don't have it. Kinda hoping that heart was in the middle of the room. Because I was going to take a whole heart of damage just to get in and out of the, I'm just going to take it now, just so I can see what's in my challenge room. Because it's something worthwhile, then, yeah, I want to be able to enter it. And you can only enter it if you have, you know, health equal to the total number of red heart containers you have. And because you can't necessarily have soul hearts, it just means that you have to have your red hearts full when going to go fight these challenge rooms, that's right. Alright, well, I think that's a good, like, number of stuff to have before ending this floor. I don't want to blow up my machine because I don't think it's worth it for, you know, when I'm trying to build it up. Like, options is always worth it to have, but because I want to build up my machine, I'd much rather just donate the money I would have used to, like, for it anyways, you know. And if this was any run on a file that I didn't need to build my donation machine up first, I would have definitely blown up my machine to get the money to buy it. I don't want to use my only 2 keys on that. I'm glad I thought about it for a second before I went in. Ooh, excuse me. Granted, one of the best, like, treasure room, or best one of those rooms you can get, will give you, like, 5 keys, 4 or 5 keys plus a golden key, meaning, you know, free. Every room you want to get into after that on that floor is free because you get unlimited keys for the floor. It's still, like, important to, like, I think, hold on to the charge while you can. Hot bombs is okay. It's not my favorite item. Amnesia, well, doesn't matter. I've already got Curse of the Lost, Pheromones, and Rage Down. All meh items. Like, they're not great. What was down here again? Okay, just you. And Yeah, there's options would have been really nice for, like, this floor where there's only hot bombs, which hot bombs isn't bad, it's just not, like, I don't often use my bombs for damage unless specific bosses or specific enemies, and then in which case that's the only time I'll tend to use bombs as damage. Nice, an extra key and bomb. Yeah. Oh, screw you. Little Nicholas fella. Yeah. Damn. Losing all of my, like, wisp fires in that room when I was trying to, like, take out the bigger enemy before taking out the smaller one. It really wasn't worth it at the end of the day. But it was a risk I was willing to take, and, well, it just didn't work out in my favor. It was kind of fucked up. If you wanted to, like, 100% the game without losing or without restarting once, you still can't do that, because one of the achievements, one of the unlocks, is you have to restart the game 5 times to unlock it. So the game really does say screw you if you're trying to do it without losing or restarting. And the unlock is half a soul heart, so it really isn't even that good of an unlock. Alright, so I know where the boss room is, at least. And I know where, and I already got my item room. So I think the only thing I'm looking for now is my shop. Again, I would like to, if there's nothing I want to, like, desperately try and get my hands on, donate as much as I can to the donation machine to max it out. Yeah, nothing here like, having that would be nice, like getting the extra wisp, or like the special wisp from it, but it's not something I really care that much about, and I'm not seeing a lot of good pills in the pool either, so. I also need one more penny to get 10. So I might as well just do that real quick. Again, increase my angel chance as much as possible because, well, devil deals are stinky now. Yeah, that's everything. Alright, that's an entire floor cleared out. Did I go into my secret room? I did. Okay. Wait, is my secret room connected? Where's it connected at? It is connected. Okay. Yeah, I might as well show it off. Oh. Huh? I tried using rocket propelled. Or is it based on where you're firing? It might be based on where you're firing, too. Not necessarily worth it, but... Where you at? Okay, we want to deal as much damage as possible, just to reduce the chances of me taking a hit by beating the boss as fast as possible. Kind of the trick to her, or having like a large amount of wisp to protect you from tears. but that's not going to save you from contact damage, hence why having Soul Heart Protection is super important when you're trying to get Devil and Angel rooms. I think it's this way, isn't it? Or do I have it, or am I going the wrong way? I may be going the wrong way. No, I went the right way. Cool. Ooh. Yeah, against a boss like this, I doubt I'll be able to keep my, like, Devil Angel Room chance protected very well, but honestly, the trick is keep him going side to side. But sometimes it's hard to do that when you're trying to avoid his tears, and he charges immediately after the tears, right? I don't need more luck. Like, it would only really benefit my poison tears right now. It's a good challenge room. Like, basic challenge room to get. Yeah, Scorpio is definitely one of those, like, items if you can get it early, it is a almost run carrying item. Part of me really wants to go fight the challenge room, right? And then there's another part of me that's like, yeah, but if I don't get the keys back, I can't get in my shop or my item room, so it's not really worth it. But if it gives me an item, then it's, you know, more than worth it. Oh, God damn it. I accidentally backed into the spikes. Well, I'll definitely need a red heart before I go back into that challenge room then. There's half a red. If I get another half, I'll be perfect. I also completely lose out on my Angel Devil deal now because of it, but it's not the end of the world. It sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Hey, little Monstro. A fun little familiar to have. Deals decent damage. Man, I really wish I had flight, though. Lord of the Pit's just not worth the 2 red hearts that the devil deals. Like, hey, this item's worth 2 red hearts to get it from the devil deal. It's like, that's almost never worth it. Unless you're playing this character that benefits from having as little hearts as possible, that's just never worth it. I don't even remember. There is one item I want to unlock if I have to unlock it, and that's Guppy's Eye, because that's a fantastic, for like situations like this where there's 4 chests, it'd be nice to know which chests have items, which chests have like keys and whatnot, so you can open them in a good order. Okay, but now I can always come back to this room if I have more keys. No, there's more keys. I think 3 bombs is worth the trade. Especially since it means I can open up more of the chests in that room. Okay, so Rocket in a Jar shoots them wherever your tears are aimed, like wherever you're shooting tears at. Okay. That makes it much more manageable than I thought. Three keys for infinite keys would be worth it if I had, like, more things to open up, right? I've opened up most of the rooms that require keys and most of the chests on the floor, so having infinite keys doesn't need, like, 0 good. Secret room hasn't been found, so chance it could be here. also surprised I haven't gotten much in the way of... I haven't gotten really any active items besides the pill bottle in the one shop, right? And that's not the greatest active item to have. 2 keys, 6 bombs. Now, if I were to go use 3 keys, I could get those 2 bombs. And, yeah, I guess it's not worth it, right? Because there's plenty of spots on this floor that you can trade a couple of bombs for a couple sacks, but you need keys as well for it. So if I can, like, line myself up properly. And there's a chance these can drop, like, money or keys or bombs. So it's always good to, like, unlock all of them after you have infinite keys. So yeah, if I were to go into my secret room here, I can get whatever's in these sacks, which is usually keys or bombs. And if these drop any money, it's also good. Yeah, I figured if I did that way, considering what all was on the floor, it just... basically, I was getting more bang for my buck this way. Alright, plenty of red hearts on the floor. So I can go into my curse room and I'll be fine. In fact, let me do that real quick. I much prefer Wiggle Worm right now. What's my tier rate without it? Yeah, because I think it's one of those items that can break tier cap. Which is why it's worthwhile. Alright, yeah. So getting the golden key was definitely worth it. What did I run into? Oh, that spike there. I just completely walked over it, not paying attention. Well, good thing I can fill my hearts back up anyways. Alright. So we're set to be set up pretty well for the next floor as well. Isaac's Fork. Yeah, sure, why not? Unless I get a different item from this that's worth it. No. Isaac's Fork, I guess, is worth going back in there to grab. And again, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to fill my health anyways from just one of these red hearts. So taking the extra hit of damage doesn't bother me. And this is depth 1, so even if there was something else I want to grab on the floor, I can still grab it. Would be nice to leave this floor with 5 cents, but hey, you take what you can get out of it. This is surprisingly one of those bosses I don't see often unless I'm doing boss rush, greed mode, or, you know, something along those lines. It just doesn't pop up frequently enough for me to, like, really care about it. Alright. Pretty decent things on this floor. Like I said, would love to have gotten an arcade this floor, but, you know, you win some, you take what you can get, right? You win some, you lose some, whatever you want to call, whatever you want to say. Isaac's Fork basically makes it so that your tiers have a chance to... You have a chance to eat the enemy, which you'll heal. You basically just heal from killing an enemy. Not necessarily worth going in there and risking the damage. Like, I could take advantage of it with my flight, but again, it's super risky. I don't know if it's necessarily worth the risk. Ooh, I almost could not get that nickel. Obsessed fan. That's a decent item. Decent enough item, right? Gonna hope that the path to the shop and boss is this way. because I want to have to traverse that spike block room a second time. Soul Heart for sale isn't... I mean, I could buy it just so I can get the extra charges, but again, much rather just put the money in the donation machine. Store upgrade level 3. And then we want to blow up this guy. Just to... Or did I already do that in the secret room? No, I didn't do it in a secret room, so... Must be maxed out, I guess. Must be 100% chance between the devil and angel deal then, yeah. Honestly, with my angel deal being so high, it's still not guaranteed. I've had runs where it's like 5% devil deal, and I still get that over the angel, which is like 95% or close to. So yeah, don't count on like the game giving it to you, even if you got a high percentage chance of either. Would love to be able to go back up to the like dice room and whatnot, but again, no point crying over the spilled milk. Just max out my charges on this. And there's nothing else I want to do on this floor, right? I could look for the secret room, but okay, I was gonna say I don't think it's here, but I guess what it is. So luck and again poison and things like that don't affect me anymore. Okay. Would really have loved to have gotten like Holy Mantle as Bethany, but kind of the struggle with Bethany as a character is that you lack that protection. Especially when shit like that happens, where it's like my only option was to dodge into a spot I knew was risky. Risky plays, and it didn't work out in my favor, but again, you take what you can get. They're making a lot of noise upstairs, though. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. I'm gonna go up for making my way towards the boss room. I mean, the belt's an okay item. Again, I just really need to get my hands on a like good active item, and I just haven't. Just not necessarily worth it to get the belt from that room, but again, you take what you can get. There's nowhere to dodge that attack. I would usually pay them out just to increase Angel, but again, at this rate, there's like... Oh, I got the Yes Mother transformation. I completely... Like, it's one of those transformations you get so often that you don't register that it's a transformation. Because there's so many mom-related items. Like, even in this case, it's a, I didn't realize it unlocks mom's contact. Yeah, Bethany's just one of those characters. It's super tough to, like, guarantee Devil and Angel deals, that's sure. Whereas, like, most characters, you're like, oh, soul hearts means that I don't have to worry about protecting my like devil angel deal chance, since she relies exclusively on red hearts and red hearts only. You have no form of protection besides the wisps. This boss is a good example of why spike protection is super useful, because there's no warning to them. Like, there's warning, but it's not enough to really know where they're going to come from. Well, since I didn't get the Angel Devil deal, I'm actually going to travel around this floor to try and give myself more charges, because I was trying to get more wisps, but it looks like it's just not working in my favor. That damage is just not good enough on this floor. Replacing that wiggle worm with that, honestly, I'll play the fork with it. Just straight up tears up for having both items is too good to turn down. Well, I now have enough money to make getting an arcade possible on the next floor, but I doubt that it really matters. Just because, and again, it's not like I'm playing any specific character to try and get, like, whatever, you know, items they unlock, because I'm just playing them how I feel like playing them. I wanted to unlock most of the characters, and it's easier to unlock, you know. It's just, oh my god, sorry. It's, you know, easier to unlock certain, or like just easier to play certain characters and have fun with them, or easier to unlock other characters while playing as certain characters. So it's just up to how you want to play the game. I also might use my Hangman card to pay the beggar. Guess who knows, maybe I can get like a decent item out of it. Damn it, I keep killing my fires by accident. Not necessarily worth it. Unless that's a secret room. Okay. That's a lot of hearts. Too bad I don't have a demon beggar on this floor. There, yeah, I guess curse room makes the most sense. Go to my curse room, see if there's anything good in it. I have enough hearts that I can fill up any heart containers that get empty from it. If I really wanted to min-max it, I would have used Hanged Man to get into the room, because Flight allows you to get like free entry to curse rooms, but not free exit. So, if you don't know that, it's good to know it. Oh. Oh, it's all the way down there. I was like, oh, well, I should have enough hearts, and then thought I didn't. Oh, well. Alright, we're going to do Hangman. Ancient Recall has appeared. Must be using, like, a certain number of tarot cards or something to unlock that. Health is okay. It's not what I was looking for, but I'll take it. I mean, what am I going to do? Not take it? Times like these, I wish I had a Dark Bum. Only because there's so many red hearts that it's almost pointless to, like, just leave them behind. when I could use them to make soul hearts, which I could then use to get more charges on my book. Really wanted to get an active item, but sometimes things just don't work out in your favor. Don't destroy my wisps. Also, the other thing about Wiggle Worm is it gives you pseudo spectral. I always forget about that fact. Where it's like it goes over the rocks, but as soon as you drop Wiggle Worm, it no longer travels over rocks. Oh god, that is a terrible pill to get this late in the game. Let's see if I can get him to pay out. Which will increase my angel chance by even more if I can get him to pay out. Come on, you know you want to pay out. Oh, you rat bastard. I need more money if I want to even attempt to get him to pay out anymore. Thank God for the wisp there, because it ended up killing the enemy that I almost walked right into. More health is nice. I do want to use that just so I can see the floor. Yeah, some of these rooms are just tough. Again, the health is nice, but it's not quite what I'm looking for, game. Unless you want to give me so much that I can play the blood donation machine a few times. I only have one soul heart, like, charge, so it doesn't hurt to use it then. Yeah, so if I can find my top secret room, then I can really, like, take advantage of, like, if it's my top secret room has, I should say, if it has the, like, all the red hearts in it. I guess I should check here too. I know where my secret room is, so I don't have to like go searching for the secret room. But the top secret room, I'm gonna have to like take a wild guess in a couple of locations. Can't be here. It's not like it can be up here. Polycephalus is just one of those bosses that's like, they're not hard to fight, but they can sneak up on you and deal damage to you when you're not expecting it, right? Which is what makes them annoying, right? That's the thing about the other bosses in the game, it's like it's easy to avoid their damage if you're good enough at it. But these ones can be really hard to do so, even if you're being good at the game. I'm gonna go ahead and enter my secret room. I could blow up the demon beggar to get increased angel chance too. That's another thing I could consider. That's not worth the fight. So yeah, let's do that. Let's kill this demon beggar and try to get the beggar to pay out. And then go fight the heart, which is going to be a bit hard to do so. Like, the minimal health. Like, without taking damage, I should say. Cool. He paid out just like I wanted him to. Alright. That is, like, the max I can get on that, and I'm not risking fighting anything else. Like, I'm just gonna have to go in there and pretty much pray to not take damage in this fight. Not necessarily a hard fight, especially since it's not It Lives, but it is easy to take damage in here unintentional like that. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do sometimes. Oh well, like I said, it's not the end of the world. Even beating the heart 10 times just unlocks the other pathways anyways, so there we go. That's the end of the run. Damn, this game is dark. I always forget. But if you enjoyed what you saw, you had a fun time watching, please like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun jazz. Yeah, if you like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Have a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever, and bye-bye.